Good morning, guys. Well, it's a beautiful day, but a bit a bit windy up here today, and but it is an absolute beautiful day. All I'm going to do today, guys, is take you for a quick walk around about what we've been doing and everything else on the plot, because you haven't had a video for a couple of weeks now. And the reason for that is the weather's been so bad. I just haven't been able to get the camera out. I've had a load of mouth ulcers. Um, I don't know if you can see that on the video. Yeah, I got one up there as well. So I got a lot of mouth ulcers. I haven't been able to talk properly, and it's run me right down a bit, to be honest with you. So videos weren't my priority, okay? But I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn you around. We're going to just go for a quick walk. I have got a fire going, so I'm sorry if it's blocking the camera picture, okay, guys? Okay, so as you can see, we have dug back all around the polytunnel. Let me just check you zoomed out. Yeah. So we've dug back all around the polytunnel, and we've now got all bark chipped down there. Okay. Let's see if I can loosen you off a sec. Bear with me one moment. There we go. Okay. So what we've done all around the strawberry bed there, we've dug right out. We've got rid of all the grass and rubbish, and this is where the two IBC containers are on the side of the polytunnel. Look, but we've dug right around the strawberry beds, and we've put a really thick layer of this wood chip down. Now, as you can see, I might be in the way here with my shadow, but there's quite a step up there on the soil. I'll see if I can get down to show you. We'll dig most of that away up there towards the compost bins, which I'll show you in a moment. They're not finished yet because we're waiting on some more pallets. The soil that we've dug from around here, because we want to flatten it off, is now up on there. It's been stepped down, and there's a couple more there we've got to put down, but basically that's levelling that area off there. Okay, we have built a new bed. Originally this bed here was where the coal frames were going to go, but we decided against that because we're going to put the coal frames out the front of the polytunnel, and in there we've now got 5 blackcurrant bushes, so that will help section off the wildlife area up here. Okay, and we'll have a small fence when we get some more of these pallets. We'll have a small fence that will run up right along the side, and it'll join up like a little curve off towards that pallet there, and now we'll section off this wildlife area. We'll have a little gate in this so we can get in and out and what have you. Okay, so just gonna go up here now. Sorry about jerking you around, guys. Okay, so these are the compost bins. As you can see, we've got one fixed panel in. We've still got the posts to put in here down, which will help support the front post, and that we'll hang the gate off. Okay, but we've taken all of the bags of leaf mould that we had, and they're all stacked in this end pallet here. Okay, this area will have all the wood chip up here on the ground and everything else when we finish sorting it out. In here we've got then 3 bays for compost, and again they're really big bays. You know, I can get a wheelbarrow in through this opening. So, and at the moment in here we are storing just stuff that we need to shred or whatever the case that we've pulled off a plot, and it's similar in that one. In here there's a load of compost that's breaking down, but you can see just how much room is in these bins, and here is what is left of our manure. So we've got 5 more pallets to get now to finish these off in the fronts, and we're also going to build like a port over the top of them, so when we as and when we get the timber. Okay, you can see spring is in the air because all of the bulbs are up. So the bulbs are all coming up really nice. The hyacinths, the daffs and things like that, they're all coming up, so that's good. The excuse me, zoom you right in there. The couple of fish in the pond here, guys, and they are up on the surface because it's a nice day. I think he just saw me. So The pond's doing really well, but I haven't seen any frogs in it yet, but it is still early, so we are kind of hoping that that'll do that. We mulched off all of the raspberry beds and everything else, okay? So this area is coming along slowly, guys. Still got the strawberry beds to cut out, but I've held off on those, and I'm going to show you that in a moment, okay? But for now, I just want to continue with on the reason for that, sorry. But for now, I want to continue with showing you around. Over there, as you can see, we're burning a load of rubbish at the moment, okay? And over here is a load of timber and stuff. We cleared all the timber on the plot, but this is from somewhere else, and I'll show you in a moment. And we also now have a load more bramble and tree cuttings and stuff there, which we are actually burning down there at the moment, okay? So we got our garlic, which is coming through quite well. They're all just starting to pop their heads through now, so we should get a good show of garlic. They've been in here now for a couple of months, and we've had some really cold spells. We've had about 45 days below 5 degrees, so that's perfect. But all the beds are sort of doing really well. We've got manure on most of them, which we have shown you in the past, okay? Down here we still got to sort out our brassica area. Okay, we are getting to it, but we've been doing a lot of other stuff as well. If we come down here now, these beds are sorted, so we're right on these. We just need to get a bit more compost in them. The blackberries have been cut right back. This area is nearly dug over. I just got this little patch here, so probably about, I don't know, 5 foot by about 4 foot or something like that, which I've got to dig out. And this is where we're going to store our potatoes this year, on this ground here. We're going to do them in pots, which we've been talking about on our Facebook group. By the way, guys, for those of you who aren't over on our Facebook group, come over and join the conversations we have there, because we'll chat there even when we're not making videos. And that is Grow Your Own with Allotment Friends, okay? So just do a search on Facebook for that. I'm sorry it's windy and there's a lot of dogs barking in the background. Okay, up here, right next to our water IBC, was where the old compost bins were, and remember I told you we were going to get rid of them because we didn't need them now that we had those ones up there. So we dismantled them, and that's what we're burning behind us slowly, okay? This is the compost that was in them. Now, isn't it lovely to see your own shadow? Let's just move this a moment. This is the compost that was in them, and it is turned into absolutely lovely stuff. So that'll be going on the beds, guys. Okay, this area then we've cleaned right off. Now we've got comfrey down in some of it there. The rest of it we're also going to turn over to comfrey, so there'll be a nice big bed of comfrey there. And in this area here, we've had to fix the fence, so we've put a Harris fencing up there because there's a big massive hole just here in the fence behind, and that's where all the cats were getting in and everything else. And we've had to clear all the bramble and cut a few trees back and everything else to do what we want to do here. But we're going to end up putting up some green scaffolding netting across this across that Harris fencing there, and the reason for that is right here we're going to lay some slabs down, and we're going to have bees, guys. That's right, we are going to be keeping bees here, okay? And eventually I'm going to allow enough space so that we can have 2 hives. Now this is going to do a couple of things for us. Excuse me. What it's going to do for us, it's going to allow bees to pollinate our plots. It's going to give us honey. It's going to allow us to do more videos and have a bit more variety on our videos. And I think it's something that's going to be really interesting. So I've been doing a lot of research. There's going to be videos coming up where we're going to show you how to build your own beehive, how you can catch your own swarm if you want to do that. However, we are going to buy in a nuke, and a nuke is just like a starter swarm. And so there's going to be loads of stuff. Now, as you'll notice in the back here, okay, all these primroses and stuff have all come up. Okay, we've cleaned out all this bed here, and we've got 6 rose bushes put in there. These were bought in pound stretcher. I think they were like £2 each or something, and they're all starting to sprout now. Look, so we've got nice little leaves coming on them already, and they wilted a bit when we first put them in, but they're starting to pull back, so that's all good. We've pruned all the fruit bushes a little bit more, and again they've all been mulched as well. So things are really starting to sort of come along. Again, a fish are at the surface, so we will feed those in a bit. Okay, so the plot itself, guys, is really getting it, but it is changing as well to how it was. You know, that area down there is so much cleaner now. But the reason we wanted to dig that banking away was because we were getting grass coming up into the polytunnel at the side of the plastic, and I might be able to show you that here now. I'm not sure if you'll pick this up, but bear with me 1 second. There, look. What was happening, soil was falling behind, and then the roots were coming up under this section here and into the polytunnel, which I want to avoid. So you can actually see here how much down we've dug, okay? And we're going to do it right the way along this path, and if we have to, we'll put a board in to hold the soil this side of it back, and we'll create a slight slope up to the composting area. Now, that composting area will hopefully be done in the next couple of weeks, and we'll have a video then showing you what it's like when it's all done. I'm just waiting on pallets. If they don't come, as soon as they do, we'll finish the bins, but the area itself will be finished. Okay, so we've got quite a lot of different types of videos coming up. We're going to have building the beehives, building a swarm capture box. We're going to be having how to build your own bird tables, how to build your own bug hotels for this area, because we spoke about that last year. So there's loads of building type stuff coming on, as well as the planting guides and everything else. We are in the process of filming some other stuff on the plot, guys, but I don't want to quite give that away just yet. It's going to be in a couple of months you'll see it. But for now, I'm going to keep that under wraps, but we are filming stuff like that as well. Okay, the chickens and ducks and all that are doing really well. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to come to a little bit of video that I filmed about half an hour ago, before I placed all these twigs and this glass across the top there, and I want to show you what that is, okay, and why we've done that. So here's that video now. I was just wandering around the plot and just lit a fire, and this is the keyhole 3-tier strawberry bed I built. Okay, as you can see, it needs all the strawberries need sorted out and everything else. But in the actual keyhole where you normally stand, look what we found. I don't know if you're going to make this out, but there's a little hen come in here, and she's gone broody, and she's sat on a load of eggs. And she's actually sitting. I don't know how well you're making this out, guys. I can't see on the video, but she is sitting right on a load of eggs there. She seems to be quite well covered. The only thing is, if it rains, it's going to be a bit of an issue because she's not covered that way. Means the strawberries are, pretty much done. They're not, they're not really growing. I might put a board over the top and just leave her there. I'm going to see if I can get in a little closer for you, because I'm not sure if you can actually see her. There she is, look. So she is sat on a load of eggs there in my strawberry patch. Okay, in the polytunnel, guys, it's still a bit of a mess, but again, we're using this as a staging area. As you can see, these little bushes that we put into these poly pots are starting to bud up already, and the same thing on the black currants and red currants over there. As you can see, we've got our onions that we did in one of the last episodes in trays over there. None of them are sprouted yet, but again, they're they're doing okay. And there we've got a couple of giant cabbage that we started. To be honest with you, they were left for dead, but they're still alive, so we planted them on, and we'll see how they go. Okay, we did a chat on our Facebook group. As I said, it's how to grow your own with allotment friends. So come across on Facebook and have a look at that. We've done a little chat on compost. I put a chat on there about this Asda's compost was working out cheaper than the B&Q Verve, because the B&Q Verve was getting very poor. Guys, for those of you looking to buy that compost, don't. Okay. Brian, who is a member of the group, went out and bought some and brought it back, and it was like excuse me, it was like shredded chipboard. It was atrocious. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, it was like shredded chipboard. It was atrocious, so it's not good. Wurzel stood up there. Look at the state on him. He's lost his coat. It rotted after about 4 years, and even his shirt this year all rotted. So we've got to get him a new jacket and a new shirt, ready to get him back out on the plot, because it's that time of year. Here you will see a little potting bench, guys. We bought that from Aldi's last week. They were $29.99, and they're ideal just for potting on things, and for planting your seeds and things like that. As you can see, we've got a load of little seed trays and and lids there. So we'll get all our seeds in the ground soon. We need to start planting things on now. I've held off until now because it has been so cold, but they've now forecast some really good weather and things like that. And we're just going to take you straight over to the chickens. Oh, before I do though, I have a little bit of news. That issue that we had with all of this, I believe, is now sorted, and the second troublemaker of the plots is now gone. Okay, the person I believe that did it is no longer with the plot. I'm not going to say who it is at the moment. We're hoping that there's no repercussions of him going. He wasn't very happy, but that's all been dealt with, and hopefully now we'll be a lot happier as a society up here. So we've got the chickens all hiding at the moment, all over there. So they seem to be a lot a lot happier within this. So we've got a few more birds going to be coming as well very shortly, and we will show you as and when they come. So we're hacking on, guys. I know I've blabbed on a little bit here, but it's just to show you what we've been up to. We will keep you informed on how she goes, okay, and hopefully, which we didn't want to move her. She sat on about 14 eggs. We had a little look, and we've put this over the top just to sort of keep the rain and wind off her, and we've put these twigs there just to stop any cats and things that come around. But she's going to take her chances, because if we move her, she'll get off the eggs. And it turns out that it's not my bird. It turns out it's one of Phil's birds, and because she sat in there all nice and huddled up, we're going to leave her in there. So I'm going to get back on with clearing this mess, burning more wood and everything else that I need to do, and we're going to start getting the slabs down up there ready for building our framework for our bees, because guys, we are going to be getting them as soon as I build the hives. Maybe April time, mid-April, we'll look at getting a nuke and get the bees straight in. And as those bees get ready to swarm at the sort of top end of summer, we'll split the hive and we'll put it into a second hive, and that's what we want up here for that. And eventually we get to the point where we're able to harvest honey and everything else. So there's going to be loads and loads and loads of videos coming on with different things, okay? Not just growing or poultry. We're now going to have the bees as well. and we've got a few other projects going. I'm also in the middle of filming a video. Do you guys remember when we were putting down the bark chip in the chickens? I showed you that roller that the boss lent me for picking the nails out of this very coarse bark, this coarse wood. Well, he's obviously needing that back, and I looked at buying one myself, and they're like nearly £200. So I decided, and it had a few drawbacks, because unless this stuff has been walked down flat, it doesn't ride over very well. Even though it pulls the nails out, it sort of, the nails drag on the bottom of it because it was so low to the ground. So what I've done, I've bought 4 pot magnets, and we're going to build something similar to that. It's obviously not going to be as elaborate, but we're going to make one of those as well. So there's another little project that's going on for you guys as well. So I hope this tour's sort of shown you what we've been up to while you haven't had a video over the last couple of weeks, and the reason why. Like I said, we've built beds here, we've sorted out all our beds of bare planted of roses, we've cleared all that area, we've fixed in the fences, we've had poultry sort of things to do, and so things are getting on you, all right. But unfortunately I can't sort out these 2 strawberry beds until she goes. We think she's been there for about a week, so she possibly got another 2 weeks to go before they hatch, and once they hatch we can move them all over to back over to Phil's plot. So that's what it is at the moment. The sun's gone in, as you can see. It's gone quite dark and the wind is howling. I'll just give you a bit of sound on that now. Okay, so maybe you're picking that up on the maybe you're picking that sound up now on the microphone of the plot, sorry, on the microphone of the camera. So that's it from me, guys. I hope you have a really good week, and I hope this has been of interest to let you know what we've been doing. There's going to be loads more videos. If you haven't done so already, get yourselves over to our group on Facebook. Okay, it's called, for the 3rd time today, Grow Your Own with Allotment Friends. Okay, come over and join the conversations there. I'd really like it if you would do that, because then at least when I'm not putting up videos for any particular reason, at least you can come on there and say hi and join in the conversations there. Come over, request to join, we'll get you added, and don't be afraid to start conversations yourselves, guys. That's what it's all about. It's it's a community, and it's there to help each other, like with, for argument's sake, the compost. Don't go and buy the Asda's compost, guys. You're going to be really disappointed with it. It tells you it's got all sorts of stuff in it, and when you look at it, it looks like shredded cardboard. It's absolutely atrocious. Anyway, hope you all have a great week, and I will see you in the next episode.